It's time to make a sailboat. I've already made one, but I made it in the wrong position and made a couple of errors, which you will have seen in my last video. So I think the best thing to do is to make another sailboat. The first thing I would like you to look at is the fact that I'm on a pretty shallow, welcoming area. I have a nice flat platform on which to build this sailboat. We are next to a huge sea. There we go. So there's plenty of room to sail. You can't move sailboats, so there's no point building them near some small lake. Can you see how much room I've got here to sail and sail and sail? And that's the sort of place you need to build it. I'm also extremely lucky here in that inadvertently I picked a spot that has innumerable reed beds. You're going to need 17 rope at least for this build, so make sure you've got your rope with you. I brought a small single chest that was 2/3 full of blocks to build the boat, and that is blocks of wood. I used some firewood, not a huge amount, but the logs you do need, I would say, a reasonable amount, because you're going to turn them into planks. You're going to turn, which they now call boards, you're going to turn them into beams, so you do need quite a lot. And you're also going to need some twine, because you need some plumb squares, plumb and line. Anyway, it would be useful to have those before you go to where you're going to build the boat, if you're not going to build it next to your house. So rope is the main issue I faced on supplies. Let me show you how I built a boat. To start with, the basic thing you need are rollers. If you look under H, you can see that you can choose how your boat looks. So you could have a purple boat, a walnut one, ebony. So all these beautiful, beautiful colours of boats are completely open to you. So it says they're constructed in place on land, then rolled into the water. They cannot be picked up, which is great. So if you look at building a sailboat, it says it starts with rollers. Craft 5 rollers, select them in your hotbar, and a schematic will appear. Right, and now it says you can change the direction the schematic faces using the F key. Place rollers on a flat area, making sure the blue highlighted schematic strip is in water. Okay. And we've got to have the block interaction, and it will tell you what you need. Okay, so the first thing you will need are rollers, and I happen to know that rollers are 3 each. Firewood, 3 each, gives you 1 roller, and you need 5. So let's go with 5 rollers. Now this becomes like a sort of blueprint in its own right. So when you go to place it down, there is a blue strip. You can just see it on the right. Press F to change your orientation. It's south. Right, here we go. Now, this thing is 4 wide. So if we just move sideways a bit, can we place it down now? Right click to place it, and you will see that this hopefully is going to head out to sea. Now, these are oak, but I want to build it out of other things. So it tells me now that I am missing, can you see it's got this little red thing saying I'm missing 8 firewood. So the next thing we want is 8 firewood. back here. Right, now we've got the firewood in, so we're now missing 9 logs. Let's put them in here. There we go. So what's happened is it's telling you it doesn't want just the logs or just the firewood, it wants both. Put both on your bar, right click with one, and you've got this beautiful keel. Okay, easy enough. Missing 16 boards of bald cypress. So it's telling you you're going to build it of bald cypress. It wants 16 boards of bald cypress. So we come back, right click, okay, and it says now you're missing 2 plum and squares. Right, so you can see if you look on just to the right of my, sorry, left of my cursor, it's telling you you need 16 boards and 2 plum and squares. So let's make a plum and square. So we're going to need 2 of these. So we need sticks and stones. 1, 2. So basically 2 stones, 2 of the flax twine, and 2 sticks. So then you put your plum and squares in your hotbar, this in your hotbar, right click, and look at this. You get this fabulous, fabulous look. So right click again with the boards, and that took 24, 24, need 28 now. Just cut some more. Right, so we now, oops, we're just getting our boards on. So we've got 28. How many do we need now? Wow, look at this, it's coming together nicely. We need another, well, we're up to 32, as you would expect. Let's come back. Here we go. More. Gosh. We need another 24. Just coming up to dawn, so pop another lot on. Right, more. We're missing 4 boards. No, we are missing 4 boards. It wants 44. It's very hungry for boards, this, as clinker built boats normally are, and this is a beautiful clinker built boat. There we go. Now it wants 14 support beams. Now a support beam, look at any of these, you need debarked birch logs, and to debark a log, you need to take the log, you need to take an axe, I'm hoping I've got enough here, and you need to take a hammer, and that will give you these beautiful debarked logs. Keep that on me. And once you've got your debarked logs, to make a support beam, you use your axe again to give you 3 support beams. Okay, let me just check how many I need. 14. So it's 12, 15. Okay, get them on my bar. Right, now we need another 13. Oh my gosh. Right, just need another couple of these. Right, that gives us 13. Actually, it's not going to be that many, is it? Because you get 3, 9, 15, that will do. Okay. Right. Now we need 16 boards. I want another 16 boards. Okay, so it's 20 plus 16 it wants. Axe. Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to be short. Yeah, I'm 4 short. Right. More planks. 1 support beam. Missing 1 support. Oh, it's missing 1. Right. So it doesn't. Tells you what you're short of. I think this is the mast. I hope so anyway. There we go. Now what are we missing? 14 support beams this time. Wow. Whoa, look at that. And 17 coils of rope. I have 1. Okay. We've now got rope. And there's not a reed left in this area. So let's put on our ropes. Wow. Now what do we need? We need 10 ropes and 21 linen. Right. We have rope. We have linen. So let's just click on here. Now it's complete. And look, it went into the water. Ha ha! There, that did it. You just have to release the blocks in front of it, and did you see it settle in the water? Right, let's hop in again. Starboard seat, shift, right click, and now it moves. Wow, there we go. We have our second sailboat. Isn't that wonderful? I'm just going to come in here. Oh look, ha ha ha, the reeds and things are showing through it. I think that's fine. Right, so you just have to free it by breaking these end blocks, and I will mend this water. And that's how you build your basic sailboat. I think that the design of this boat is beautiful. I love the fact that when you sit in it, the sail automatically unfurls, and I love the look of it, the way it's clinker built. The other thing for me is that I am a sailor, and I've been sailing since I was 14 years old, and I've been windsurfing half my life. Apart from the water lilies in the boat, this looks right to me. This looks like something that really will sail. It's got the rudder that's hinged. Let me put F4 on. Here it's got, you can see the hinges. It's got the tiller. The mast is well supported with the I call them halyards here. Absolutely fabulous. It's got the boom along there. You can see the sail is furled with proper ties. You know, somebody who designed, oops, I'd forgotten. I have to press shift, otherwise I go straight through it. But somebody designed this, and it tells you port seat or starboard seat. So let's sit in. We will move our boat out, and let's see how she sails. Now look at this beautiful linen sail. I love the colour of my boat. I do want to look at this when I'm going along. I want to look at this boat. Yeah, the prow lifts when we go along. That's a very interesting movement. I've got the rope going through my head. That's not an issue. Let's just see how she turns. Ah, that's just turning on the spot. That's fine. So you press A, which will take you to port, and D will take you to starboard. That is the reverse of how you would sail it. If you were sailing, if you push the tiller to port, you would go to starboard. So that's something I have to remember. And if we sail along, can you see that prow lifting? And then if we turn while we're sailing, wow. Wow. Let's get in the boat so that we can feel how that looks. The prow lifts. Oh, she keels, look at that. I would say as a sailor that I love the sound of the water, the rushing of the water, the trickling of the water. I love the way that she moves, but I've windsurfed half my life, and this takes me back to windsurfing. This is a fabulous movement, and I love it, but this is how it feels on a windsurfer, because when you plane on a windsurfer, planing is where your bow lifts, and then when you turn on a windsurfer, you angle the board as you're doing here to turn it. I mean, I love it, but this feels like a windsurfer to me. Isn't that fabulous? Absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Now, when we go through reeds and things, does it get stuck? It does not. We pass through them with grace. We pass through the water lilies, thank goodness. I would hate to be sort of mowing them down. Wow. Look at this, guys. Oh, wow. Yay. I feel that I ought to be standing holding on to a boom at the bottom. That's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. This takes me right back to my windsurfing days. But it really feels like being on water. Now we have to sort out how we moor this boat properly. We need to get her in a little bit further and then move her just slightly. Lovely. Then I ought to be able to... Oh, she's moving the block. She's moving the block. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, can I just say, I think the design of this boat is absolutely beautiful. It's a proper clinker-built boat. It looks really real to me. I think the way that the initial placement of where you build it is still a bit fiddly, but it's a lot better than it was. When you build it, it's fantastic. Nothing there is extreme materials, but there are a lot of them, particularly rope. But I think that the way that each step, the blueprints tell you what you need next, what you need to get, how you need to place it, what you need to place together. It's just so easy. There is nothing difficult about building this boat. And I absolutely love it. I love being in it. I love that sensation. So Debs, well done. Great job.